Here we go. Who the hell are you, man? Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
We are the Knights!
Hold on to your butt.
And now for something completely different.
Hello out there, and welcome to the Knights of Nerdatude podcast. We're a podcast for all things nerd. My name is Chris. I'm here with...
Halloween ends, Thanksgiving begins. It's Sam.
I don't have a thing for this week. It's John.
Yeah, and I'm just hopped up over here on Joy, so it's Sean.
Are we in Thanksgiving mode already, Sam?
No, I had to think of something, and that was the most clever thing I could think of.
Right. I was going to say...
Which was not at all.
You got me hankering for one of those Thanksgiving Day sandwiches.
Oh my God, I could use a good one of those right now.
Right?
I don't know if I've ever said this on the podcast, but I believe I've said it with you guys before, which is Thanksgiving, like, low-key, great holiday.
Yeah. I don't even think it's low key.
I don't think it's low-key. I mean...
I think the hot take is like, is that the best holiday? Which, you know... the argument could be made.
Well, I would say the hot take would be like, is it the best food holiday?
Ooh.
Because Christmas has some good food.
Christmas
too.
does, but then you get like
Easter,
4th of July,
Super
4th
Bowl.
of July, you got the good stuff.
Oh man,
Is Super Bowl holiday? Election day?
Super Bowl is definitely a food holiday.
yeah, it is. Anyways,
Yeah, we're going off here.
sorry, I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
Santa.
I'm sorry.
If that's any indication of what this episode will be tonight, this is going to be a TV kind of potpourri. It's going to be what are you kind of watching? We'll give a little update on stuff. It's kind of a light week. We did have a couple trailers that came out this week. First, why don't we start off with the elephant in the room? House of Dragon trailer finally came out. The full trailer.
Yeah,
We actually get
it is a second trailer. I guess we're breaking our news, but this trailer is pretty good. Like this compared to like the first one, this like I understand what the show is now.
All right, is this bringing you guys more into it, or are you more turned off, or what?
I'm same. As somebody from the outside looking in, like I didn't get into the whole Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but you're
thing.
going to tip the toe in.
No. I'm definitely going to check it out. But like, did this make me think it's going to suck or be amazing? No, it didn't either. It just was like, all right, Matt Smith has an eye patch for like half the trailer. I guess that's a spoiler.
Okay. Sam?
I'm, like, kind of the same, because, like, watching this, I was like, okay, so we're just going to have more Game of Thrones. Like,
Yeah,
there's
fair
nothing about this that makes it unique to Game of Thrones. It's just kind of more Game of Thrones.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, I think that's the point.
Which, like, I'm not mad about. I enjoy Game of Thrones, but, like, am I more excited for this than Lord of the Rings? God, no.
Yeah.
I'm
right?
excited for this because it seems like it's going to be more scheming and less like supernatural, metaphysical, like, the end of the world shit with the White Walkers.
Really?
Which...
You like that? You like that better than...
The scheming?
Yeah.
Oh,
like
yeah.
all that stuff?
Oh, yeah. Real Politique. Oof. With dragons? Yeah.
Yeah. When I saw this trailer, it turned me off a little bit.
Okay.
Only because the thing I hate most in movies, or shows for that matter, and I had to think about this for a while, aside from the actor who I usually don't enjoy watching.
Who's that?
The Benicio.
Oh, okay.
The love interest that has huge ambitions, even though in this case she's kind of a lower, like maybe a servant or like a concubine type thing. She's kind of like saying, "Oh, but you deserve the throne," even though she really wants the throne and she's just hungry for it. I hate that. I hate that
The
whole
power
character.
behind the throne sort of deal.
Yeah, but it's not like, a sibling or, somebody, a puppeteer from the Grand Maester trying to do it with Joffrey type thing.
So it's like you're not really
Yeah.
great about that, like, seductress kind of thing.
Yeah, so this
like
thing,
Margaret Tyrell.
if Shay,
it is a played out trope.
if Shay was trying to manipulate Tyrion to doing what she wanted, like that, I hate that. I hate that with fiery passion. I think it's so stupid.
Yeah, at least like make her like Lady Macbeth, where it's like she actually does care about the guy. It's just like
Well, I wouldn't deny that. It's just the scheming part of it. I'm just
You
like,
don't
all
think
right.
you're reading like a tad too much into a minute and a half trailer?
That's what they're showing me, and I'm just going with
Okay.
what they show me.
That's fair.
So
yeah, I didn't even
plus,
get that vibe. but-
Targaryens are my least favorite family in all of
Oh,
Thrones book and TV show.
why is that?
I can't stand them. I just think it's
They kind of seem like one-trick ponies.
They
sort of
do.
deal.
They have
And-
dragons.
I
They
mean,
got dragons. They're blonde, and they fuck
have
each other.
Sure enough, they have another woman trying to be queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen it before. I feel like, right?
Yeah, we
It only
definitely have
consumed
seen
10
it.
years of my
Certainly
life.
have, yeah.
But yeah, I'm not
I didn't
I'm not
mind
as
it.
much. I'm not as much.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not. It didn't knock me out. It's just like it's fine.
I'm just gonna really enjoy the arms race for like that like solid month of overlap between that and The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah,
It's
it's gonna be a good one.
You're gonna be very like nerded out for a little while there. Come back with our cloaks and our yeah.
I have a cloak.
So we're all in, right?
Well, yeah.
We're all in at least for the first couple.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Nothing
I'd be
about this showed me that I won't enjoy this.
I would be shocked if I don't make it through the first season. It would have to be bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like I'm gonna finish and complete the first.
At the very least, I enjoy Matt Smith. So
Lord of the Rings, on the other hand, could actually be like garbage and just like be out after 3 episodes. I don't know. I have like sort of it being like HBO and being Game of Thrones. I do sort of like okay, and like the fact that they made a pilot and like didn't go forward, and this is the one they did too. Like helps a little bit.
I'll give you this, John. Like this, for me, has a very high floor,
Yes.
but a very low ceiling. I don't feel like I will absolutely love this show.
Okay.
Whereas, War of the Rings or
Lord of the Rings.
Rings of Power.
Rings of Power, that's what it's called. That I feel like, yeah, very, very low floor, very, very high ceiling.
What was even at the zenith, like even notwithstanding how it ended, like how did you feel about Game of Thrones?
Game of Thrones,
I feel like you were
I'm
sort of into it, but not real. Like
I was never like crazy about it.
Yeah.
Like it was like, it's an enjoyable show.
Yeah.
Like I remember I watched it before the podcast, and then I kind of fell out of it because it just was taking forever to get anywhere. And we started the podcast, so I hopped back into it. And I might have hopped back in, especially like those later seasons when it became like such a big deal. I'd be like, okay, I have to be on
a
this.
weekly watch.
Yeah. So
It's been the last weekly watch, I think.
that we talked about. That's
No,
no, like-
just in general. I
This is
think
a
it's just-
water cooler type
water
shit.
Yeah.
cooler show, yeah.
Oh, it's 100% water cooler. Oh
yeah.
Stop talking
Everyone
about it.
talked
We had
about
a blackout period for Mondays. Couldn't talk about it at the office on Mondays. Had to wait till Tuesday.
Yeah, I don't think there's a single show that's even The Walking Dead was like that in its heyday.
But
In the beginning,
Yeah.
like what first 2 maybe
First-
3
no,
seasons.
Seasons,
4.
seasons 2 through maybe 4.
Yeah.
yeah. But when it comes to the last season, like I was surprisingly not as down on it as other people. Like I thought it was like
I wasn't either.
I thought it was like okay, but like weirdly way too rushed for a show that took its time.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that was. I
Yeah.
mean, we don't have to.
It's like I
dive
was
back
like
in, but-
everything in this could work. You just rushed it way too much.
I got high standards for this show. Game of Thrones to me second best TV show ever. But
Behind.
well, actually, now that I think about it, it might be the best considering the number one thing for me would be Sherlock, but that's not a TV show. That's
It's sort of a TV. It's not a traditional TV
yeah,
show.
it's like 3-hour episodes, but they're like mini movies.
They're mini movies, but they're like
They're
also
three a season, 4 a season,
Yeah.
and that's it. You watched it, right?
Yeah, I
You
watched it.
it. Love
I haven't
Sherlock.
watched the newer ones, but
I mean,
I think
newer in quotes there. 'Cause
I think the last one I watched was the one where they actually did go back in time to like actual Sherlock time.
I don't think they did that.
Yeah, they did that. They did an episode where it's like the 1890s.
Really?
Yeah, because like Sherlock's in like a coma or something, and he's just like imagining it or something.
I don't remember.
Don't look at me.
I don't remember this.
You don't remember?
Benedict Cumberbatch, right?
Yeah, there's a Benedict Cumberbatch.
I don't remember it. I'll have to rewatch it again. But they're nowhere to be found, so
yeah, that's the problem.
Really?
can't watch them.
They're not on
Not
Amazon?
Netflix anymore.
Amazon though.
No.
What about
Because-
AMC?
Oh, I can buy them. But
Oh yeah, I know you can because that's one of the ways that I was able to watch Doctor Who is I'd wait for the whole season to come on like Netflix and then I'd just bang out the whole season, and then Netflix lost the rights to it. So,
Yeah.
But I think it's on Amazon.
I think it was on HBO for a little bit.
Maybe it was HBO.
And then I don't know.
Yeah, I remember being able to watch recent seasons. That's how I was able to watch the Peter I can't say his last
Capaldi.
name. Thank you. His first season as the Doctor I watched on I think either Amazon or HBO.
Anyway,
I haven't watched since though.
Sherlock's not on anything.
so
I'm going through.
that was one trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one.
We had a trailer for an actual movie that will probably be released on a streaming platform, like
Paramount?
the last one was. Oh no, that was Peacock.
What was that?
It's Universal.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That is the third and final, probably, installment to the. I don't know. Is there a name for the Halloween trilogy? This one?
This one, I don't, it's the Danny McBride trilogy.
Yeah,
I
the
guess.
Danny McBride, David Gordon Green Halloween trilogy. Final movie called Halloween Ends, and
I forget. Is John Carpenter involved in this? Or?
No,
No.
He's been selling his rights.
he's in the metaverse.
He's alive though.
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure he's alive.
Yeah.
He's gonna be that guy in the Ready Player One thing. Where he like dies, but he's still there. He's like the Grand Master and gives you an egg, but in this case, it's like a camera with a mask on top of it.
Go make a weird horror movie.
To go with the John Carpenter. Thank you, Sam, for bringing him up. So we have another horror movie-ish coming out next week. Nope.
Oh,
by
is this
Jordan Peele.
what Jordan Peele said?
Yeah.
about?
So somebody was like, "Hey, Jordan Peele, you're the best horror director of all time," and his response was that he won't tolerate quote John Carpenter slander. So Jordan Peele looks at John Carpenter as the horror master.
Which, like, hard to argue. I mean, Halloween, The Thing.
Yeah. The Fog.
It's
All
fine.
right, so
It's
some of them were
fine.
great.
It's fine.
Oh, what movie did he recently do the soundtrack for? Damn it. We recently watched a movie where he did the soundtrack. Damn it. I can't think.
It wasn't those stupid Fear Street movies, was it?
No, it wasn't Fear Street. Damn, I can't remember. I'm going to have to look this up.
I'll go.
All right, thank you.
Well,
The actual movie.
Halloween and guys, it was literally everything you thought it was gonna be. Look, you either like these movies or you don't. That's it.
Yeah.
I got nothing else. It's exactly what you thought.
You're
it
not a
was.
huge fan.
It's not like I'm not a huge fan. I'm just like, I don't need 20 of these.
Right, well,
like, I love
yeah.
Halloween. I think Halloween's a great movie. I think even the first one in this series was pretty cool.
It's interesting to get like new blood, I guess you would say.
Yeah, a new take on it.
Yeah.
But like, I just
Oh, Firestarter.
Firestarter,
Oh.
that's right. Yeah, he
that
did the
makes
soundtrack
sense.
to that.
but it's just like, I don't know. How many times do you have to it's Michael Myers is very like it's going to be the same thing.
Yeah, it's like, what else can he do?
Well,
Right.
apparently this is the end.
Which I'm happy. I'm happy this is the end.
Thank
because
God.
you don't need to keep going with this. You're drawing it out.
No,
Yeah.
until Rob Zombie wants to do it.
And I
again.
thought the second movie was just
Well,
a real mess.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
It was. Yeah, it could have been better.
Look, that is not the way you kill Michael Myers.
But he's not dead yet.
Well, that's the thing. They're like, this is. I don't think they advertised this as the final one for Halloween Kills, right?
No, but
It
But
is
they were
called
all- they were
Halloween
called-
Ends.
It was played off.
Yeah,
no,
I
Halloween
mean-
Kills was played off like this. Everybody's coming back, and this is gonna be it.
oh yeah,
you know?
but no, but they came out and they said that it's a trilogy when they made the first
All right,
one.
I was gonna say you don't kill Michael Myers off by the townspeople killing him.
No,
You don't do
It's-
that. It has to be between Laurie Strode and
both of
him.
them are gonna
So-
die. Both of them are gonna
Okay,
die.
yeah, it's written on the wall.
So my thought when I was watching this is like, man, Jamie Lee Curtis is just like, I'm picking roles that I'm going to have fun with. Mm-hmm. Like, she's at that point in her career.
Good for her.
Because
Yeah, let
like
her do it.
the last thing she did before this, Everything Everywhere All
Yeah.
at Once, which must have been a fun movie to make.
Especially with hot dog fingers.
Hot dog fingers and at the wrestling scene and
That, by the way, is getting a theatrical re-release. Next
Is it
week.
really?
I saw a lot of movies are getting re-releases.
There's no movies
they
anymore.
Need movies.
Yeah,
they
right,
need movies
yeah.
out there.
Like especially movies from last year are getting re-releases. I forget which one I saw, but there was a 2021.
How much do you think Avatar? Like, what are the odds Avatar's going to get re-released in November
Um,
prior to?
I don't know if that has a high probability because there's a lot of movies that time of year. If Avatar was coming out like in October, September, maybe, but like I don't. There's gonna be a lot of stuff. Like there's like Wakanda Forever's in November, and
We're getting a trailer this weekend, I'm assuming.
It's unknown.
I can't see why
I
we
will.
wouldn't.
I will keep you updated
Yeah,
on
so-
Thursday.
Comic-Con is this weekend, so
we are focused in. We have our radars.
Chris
all
is focused in.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was the nominated person to bring you up to date
Yeah.
Comic-Con information on Thursday.
I trust you. You know how to get that information.
yeah,
Sam
I
is
feel like
just-
this is the default me, but I feel like I took it on by doing all the E3 stuff for like
Oh,
5 years in a
100%.
row.
Sam is just sitting in his bathroom with like 20 iPads on all different Twitch streams, scoping it out, just so, and he will deliver a
Do you
report.
want to, like 2 or 3 years ago? That's what I did for E3. I had everything going. I had everything going.
Remember, was it 2020 was fully virtual?
E3?
No, Comic-Con.
No, yeah, well that makes sense.
Yes,
Well, yeah, but,
yes.
like, they
There was,
had, like,
constant
panels
tweets and
and-
everything. Yep.
But like you could log into the website and like it was a fully digital. You could go to different panels and stuff.
Yep.
Like I kind of like that. I wish that would
You
carry
could
over.
sell. You could sell it.
Yeah.
It would be nice.
Like
I've paid.
yeah.
I've paid $15 to be able to.
Nah,
just
get out of your
view a
houses,
panel.
guys.
No, I
Leave the
understand that, but
house.
it's in
And
San Diego.
go to San Diego.
It's in San Diego.
Yeah.
There's some people who just can't make that flight.
It's the magic of the room.
And plus, it's like it's an adventure. Like you need an IV bag at the end of every day.
Oh, you
That's how
couldn't-
intense
you
some of that
couldn't
stuff is.
Pay me to go to that,
Oh,
or
God.
like go to that and like wait in line to like sit a mile away from like Robert Downey Jr.'s body double, like pretending to answer
Well, you
questions.
don't go to the Rhode Island one either. So
no,
Which-
that I wouldn't actually more approachable, but
Pre-pandemic, we did have that conversation where we asked if you would actually go to Rhode Island Comic Con.
Yeah.
Because you went to the Sopranos Con.
yes,
yeah, you fucking
And like now you
in
kind of
Jersey,
get
nonetheless.
Yeah.
In Jersey,
Yeah, in
right?
Jersey.
yeah,
Nonetheless,
and that was end of 2019, so that was the scene was set,
and the amount of spit that was flying all
and
amongst
then
you.
Yeah.
divine intervention there.
It's crazy because like I had a recent like thing come up that was like, you did this in 2019. I was like, wow, that was only 3 years ago. Like that's
Oh yeah,
insane.
yeah. That picture
Yeah.
you sent us where
Yeah.
it's like that feels like 10 years ago.
Yeah, like last baseball game we went to with our dad in Yankee Stadium was 3 years ago on the 20th, so yesterday. And I was like, that was 3 years ago.
It
I
feels
know.
like 10.
It's a lifetime,
And it was funny too
really
because
is.
it was like 95 that day as well, and like we're going through this heat wave right now, so it's like, oh, it was brutal that
Because we
day.
were sitting in the sun the whole time.
yeah, we were in
I
the-
forgot to put sunblock on my knees.
Oh, you
so
need
my
to.
knees
you need-
just were
Like,
burned.
Like Yankee Stadium is the stadium where you need to find out, like, pay attention to the time of the start.
Yes.
Because if you are,
It was
if
like a
you're
1
at-
o'clock game.
Yeah. Okay. So middle of the day. So
Yeah.
that means you would want to sit in third base side because the sun
We
would
were,
go
we were
down.
right behind home plate.
No. We were on home plate, but third base side. And
Yeah.
we were stuck in the sun for the first half of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, because were you cleose? You were lower level, right?
Yeah, we were
Oh, yeah.
lower level.
Yeah. we were
you gotta
very
get
close.
You got to hit that up level. Oh no,
we just gotta
lower
get in the
level.
back,
You got to be lower
back
level
of
in
the
the
lower
back.
level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice
100%.
stadium.
100%.
Good stadium.
And like I was thinking about
Everybody says it was. I heard on the radio that it's like a trashy stadium. It really
No,
isn't.
it's
It's
not.
actually
It's
not
a
bad.
very
it.
nice
You know what it
stadium.
is? I hate like
Sorry.
I don't want to I don't want
baseball
to
tangent.
but I don't want to bitch Boston fans out, but like it's basically Boston fans where they're like, but it doesn't have the history like Fenway. It's like
Yeah. Point me to somebody in Boston who can actually fit in those damn seats
Yeah,
in,
right.
in
Like-
the outfield.
Like,
Fenway's
other than
better.
the seats, Fenway's fine.
Yeah, Fenway's gotten better over the past like
Like I
20
kind of like
years.
that like Main Street
Yeah,
thing that they
like,
set up
there's
there.
some
Yeah,
nice
that's
things
nice.
about Fenway.
Have you ever been in the bars in that Main Street area?
No,
No.
I don't want to.
Some are not great.
But
Some are like you could tell they switch over to like adult entertainment
Oh yes.
industries with the sticky floors and the tables with the the hole in the middle that the thing is
The-
supposed to.
so you know how like they always talk about like those.
I'll say it.
You know how they always talk about those like pre-pandemic things that like you look back to and you're like, oh God, why did I do that? So during this game, because it was like almost 100 degrees, our dad was like super hot. So he tried finding AC and he ended up finding a spot with AC in it, but he was trapped in like a small room with like 50 other people, like shoulder to shoulder. And I like thinking back to that, I'm like, oh God,
We
COVID.
let our dad, who was sick at the time.
Oh my God, why would we do that? Yeah. Like it's just little things like that where you think back and you're like, why would you do that? That's insane. I remember going to like the gift shop there and just being like shoulder to shoulder,
Yeah.
just like in the normal aisles, looking at T-shirts.
This is
just
how we
because
u-
there was air conditioning.
This is how we used to live.
It was great.
Anyways, back to Comic-Con.
Yeah, I will give you a whole list of updates on Thursday next week.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. No major news as of today. Today was the first day.
Yeah,
so,
no news is coming out because Comic-Con.
Definitely will be some stuff over the weekend.
Yeah, Ezra Miller is still staying out of the spotlight for now. We'll see if he shows up at a panel.
Did you guys see the DCEU rumor? I don't know if it was a rumor or an announcement.
I don't know.
Henry Cavill's going to to come back as Superman.
Ooh. For what? Just
think for a
Superman?
movie.
Okay.
So
I didn't mind him. I didn't mind Man of Steel.
I'm curious why he's coming back. He said he didn't want to.
We'll have to find out.
There's probably a good paycheck
You know what?
involved.
You know what? Well, I was it could be this. It could be like he's in great shape for Witcher. He's like in Witcher shape, so
Yeah.
he might as well just kind of carry that.
Yeah, it might be
Look,
like he's
if
not.
you're in that good a shape and you can get a paycheck, you might as well use
Yeah.
it.
It's a good paycheck.
It's
for
not
sure.
like a Hugh Jackman or Robert Downey Jr. where it's like, I don't want to get into this good shape ever
Have you
again.
seen like Robert Downey Jr. recently? He's like thin.
Oh,
Thin.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the muscle mass anymore.
No.
Like Hugh
Not
Jack-
that he had a lot.
Yeah, but
he,
like
he
he had to
looks full.
maintain
He looks
something.
full.
Hugh,
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman's the worst because he would go from Wolverine to like a bunch of like artsy projects
to like
and stuff.
late
Les
Miz,
Mis
where he's like a
and stuff.
prisoner.
Right.
So he's
Yeah.
like gaunt.
And like he'll do that stuff and then be like, "Hey, we're doing another X-Men movie." It's like, oh, okay, I guess I'll jack up
Yeah,
again.
chicken and broccoli. Chicken and steamed broccoli.
I don't
it's in
remember
his name.
Professor Henry Hill being all that jacked.
Yeah, right.
So-
When he was on The Music Man.
He's still doing that, right? It's still
I don't
going
know.
on its
I
run.
don't know.
I have no
Maybe.
idea.
We need to get our Broadway correspondent in. That'd be funny if we just talk like we just went to a show and just talked about that on the podcast and then like as if
I'm
nothing
willing to
happened.
see the Broadway version of Music Man. 100%.
Should do it.
The next show I'll try and see will be the Cursed Child.
We should one of these days, just throwing this out there, go see an opera at the movie theater.
I'm down. I'm 100% down.
There's
down.
either opera or ballet. They
I'm
do
not
both.
down.
Oh, definitely opera.
I'd prefer the opera.
Like, I'm willing to check those stuff out just to see, like,
It's unique.
dip my toe in, just be like,
Is it
I
in
wonder if I
3D?
like this.
Whoa, the legs are coming right at me.
I have two nieces and two daughters, so I'm sure I'm going to see enough ballet and dance recitals in my life, so I don't want to build on top of what I'm going to need to see anyway.
Keep the pipes clear.
Yeah.
Yep. I've already been forewarned.
Yeah. Okay. Television.
Yeah,
We haven't
so-
talked a lot about television, despite that being, there's certainly been movies, but there's been a lot of TV this year. And just had the Emmy nominations. Not that we're going to go talk about those, but not a lot of those shows in our discussion. Okay. Follow up to last week.
Yes, please.
I have now seen an episode of The Terminal List.
You're basically where I am.
And then I watched some of the second episode, and then I had
boy.
to drive here.
You did say it. You did say that.
Okay.
We were waiting for you, and we're like, "Where is it? Where are they?" And it's like they're finishing the episode that we said to watch.
Okay. Here's my take on The Terminal List. Man, you're like putting a lot. Like Chris Pratt's got to carry a lot of this show, and he just does not. He's not that guy.
No.
He's not that guy. He like his entire career has been like someone explaining something to him, and then he says like 5 words, and he makes kind of like a pouty face. That's his entire career. You know, God love him. And I never was big into Parks and Rec. I'm sure he was hilarious on that show.
Oh,
I
he
know.
is.
I know. From what I've seen, I absolutely know he was. But as an action star, man, even just as a movie star, he just absolutely does not have what it takes.
It's like outside of Guardians of the Galaxy, like, which, granted, he has other people to support him.
Yeah, I was gonna
Right.
say, like, even if you remove him from Guardians, I don't know if you lose a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I mean, it's really just kind of like how the ensemble works together more than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
definitely not a leading
No.
man in that sense.
Can I build upon that?
Sure.
So I'm 4 episodes in.
Okay.
And I think you were already introduced to Taylor Kitsch.
Yes.
So he plays a more, he gets more involved. And I definitely am with him now as the lead instead of Chris Pratt. Like I want to
You
be
want
with
him
him
to
more.
be?
I want to
Okay.
be with him more.
Oh, that's not a great sign.
Yeah. And Taylor Kitsch is not bad. I like him.
Yeah,
I think he's
not-
good. I think he can carry certain things.
right. But he's nothing like incredible either.
But no. But in the realm of
Right.
if or
All
you
due
know,
respect to Battleship, right?
Yeah, he was
Yeah, it was in
Battleship.
Was he John Carter?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's John
Yes.
Carter.
It was
He's-
John
He was
Carter
Gambino.
from
He was
Mars.
in Friday Night Lights. I
Well,
liked him a
it was
lot,
called
Friday
John
Night Lights.
Carter, not John Carter of Mars. So
I thought it was called John Carter
No,
Mars.
it's just John Carter.
John Carter.
The comic,
book,
I think,
no,
is-
the book.
Well, the book
It's
is a Princess of Mars.
Yes,
Oh, isn't
yes,
it? Oh,
Princess of Mars, and it's like I think there's like multiple books.
We're having like real arguments tonight of like, is this thing called this or the other?
Right?
So it
Somebody
is
look
called
it up.
John Carter. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
Which, all right, that came out pre us doing this pod, but like seriously,
let's not get
no,
into
no,
John Carter.
not as bad as people's talk it up to
10
be.
years old.
No, it's still pretty bad.
It's not as bad. People are like, this is garbage. It's not garbage.
It's not garbage, but it's not far from garbage.
Yeah, it's like Resident Evil.
It-
we'll
it
get to the
wasn't-
show,
yeah.
but Resident
This
Evil
cast
TV
is
movies.
insane.
of John Carter.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Willem Dafoe is in it.
Yeah,
Bryan
but he's like an
Cranston.
alien, though.
Yeah, Bryan Cranston's in it.
Who's Bryan Cranston?
He was the guy who ends up dead on Earth. Like he was the guy hunting John Carter or something like that.
I
like
do
the
not remember this
he was
movie.
either a Union person or Confederate
goodness.
person. I forget.
Tiny Bart.
Yeah, well, that was during the like the highlight of Breaking Bad, where everybody was like, "We need Bryan Cranston in our
Yeah,
movie."
face, yeah, all right.
And yeah, so like all the promotion stuff were like, "We have Bryan Cranston. Like, look at our movie."
We have Cranston.
Can we get
and then
back
he
to
did.
the terminal list?
No.
show
Sure.
here? Like,
do you really
it's
want to
the-
get
I
back?
mean,
into
Sure.
this?
Do you,
something must be going right for them if it's the number one show on
I don't know how.
I don't.
Right?
But that was the first week. I don't know if that's still the case because I'll be honest with you,
don't know.
there just doesn't seem like there's a lot to like latch on to.
No.
there isn't. Now you're 2 in, right?
No, one. I fell asleep during the first episode.
I can,
you
I can
did?
see
Okay,
how.
okay.
yeah, it's just like
So
nothing's
I
happening.
will spoil.
Sure.
I have not
Yeah,
watched
well,
an episode because you, Sean, said it was bad, and then John said it was bad, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not doing
2 out of 3.
2 out of 3.
Like,
and it's fine. Like it's fine. It's not.
I got
standout.
so much stuff that's fine. Like,
Yeah, I
don't
know.
need
It's
more.
not.
That's fine.
I wouldn't ask anybody to watch this. But so the second episode, they he gets a CAT scan and everything, and then somebody tries to kill him in the room.
That's the second episode?
I don't know. At some point, they try and kill him in the room.
Okay.
And at that point, you're still kind of thinking like, is this real, fake, whatever? Come to find out, he has a tumor in his brain.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because his thoughts, like, it's not,
Yeah.
like his memories are all messed up.
And then his wife and kid get murdered.
Yeah.
So, and then you're thinking like, is this real? Is this not real? He has a tumor inside of his brain, but it turns out it is real. So this whole conspiracy thing. So I guess stuff is.
So why did his kid and wife get murdered?
They haven't explained it, but I think they're just trying to wipe him off the face of the earth.
here's
And
the-
that's the question that's still
here's the
lingering.
thing.
It's like,
Like-
how does he not have, like bodyguards from, like, the army or whatever, if that's the case? Like,
Well,
I
nobody
mean,
thinks. Everybody thinks he's crazy.
But like,
even after the wife and
Yeah,
child
right,
get
like-
shot?
Well, yeah, because they don't know, but they still are investigating at that point.
Yeah, and his other
NCIS
thing
is still
is his other
investigating.
his other friend is a quote unquote suicide, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything's kind
Like-
of turning against him at a face level, and all the evidence is there to support it, except he's the only one saying it's not. And then at some point, he like kills the NCIS agent that interviews him.
Chris
So-
Pratt does.
Yeah, he kills him.
Damn.
And
Is it
then,
sick?
Huh?
Does he look good?
No, it doesn't. Well, it was fine, whatever. But he gives him a name of a corporation, a mercenary corporation, and then it
Yes.
falls into this whole like trap
But-
type thing. And
Here's just like a little pitch. Like, what if it is all in his head and it's like a Don Quixote sort of deal?
Fighting them
as
windmills.
As of now,
Where
it's
he's just like, oh, like they're after me, but like they kind of are alluding to like he's just crazy.
no. As
Did
as
you just
of now,
spoil
they're
one of
not
the great
doing that.
novels?
It's Don Quixote. Like that's the whole point of Don Quixote.
Man of La Mancha.
He's charging after windmills.
Thinking they're giants. Trying to save the princess.
Okay.
Look, I stopped when Chris Pratt's
Have you
about to
not
go.
watched the John Lithgow movie?
No.
He's about to go just kill a bunch of sicarios.
But
Whatever.
but like, doesn't that sound like a cooler show? Where it's just like a crazy
not really.
veteran kind of deal.
Not really.
I feel like this show trying to set up that twist and just like fumbling it. It's like, yeah, that makes sense for this movie. This show.
It's not. This show has been made. This show has been made before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
in
thing.
10 movies and 200 TV shows.
Yeah.
And like you're right. It's not. We've gotten a billion movies about this, and it's not as if like I've ever been like this deserves more explanation in a longer form. You know,
This is without remorse. This is the movie of Without Remorse.
no, what,
pretty close.
what, isn't this a book?
Yeah, it is a book.
Yeah.
Terminalist is a book.
Okay.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I don't.
Stop making books. Like seriously.
Right.
No, I mean like.
Well,
like,
now you can
not
sell-
into
now you can-
movies. I mean just in general.
Now you can self-publish anything at this point.
Oh, yeah.
so.
You throw it on Amazon and see what catches fire.
Still waiting for the Sam Rifle book.
Whoa.
Oh, I didn't know
Breaking-
you were waiting.
breaking
Hey,
news.
you
Breaking
sent
news.
over the first chapter or whatever it was, right?
Oh, are we talking like 10 years ago?
No, it was like 4 years ago.
The like Knights one.
No, he sent it over a while ago.
I did. When did this happen?
I definitely feel like this was like a decade ago.
No, it wasn't.
I'm not even sure what we're talking about. And I wrote it.
He wrote it.
All right. Anyway,
He just plagiarized the
I'll
whole
pull it
thing.
up. I'll pull it up.
Apparently.
I'll see if I can pull it up.
Yeah.
But
Anyways.
Anyway, Terminalist.
Yeah.
Not recommending it to anybody.
No.
I don't know why it's the #1 show. We've seen it all before.
Garbage.
I mean, yeah, I guess that part jumps out to me because it's not as if Amazon has not had zeitgeisty kind of like stuff, and
Yeah.
it's like, are people just that hyped for Chris Pratt? I guess.
No. I don't know.
can't imagine.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it's.
Yeah.
and it baffles me too with the amount of buzz or like going with Amazon around The Boys
Yeah.
that this did better than The Boys.
The Boys, though, I'll say this, is definitely not for everybody. Like, this
No,
is
I agree.
way broader.
But,
than
Yeah,
like,
The
apparently
the first
the first
season-
episode of season 3 is like really out there where it would turn
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of people off.
I really got to get back into this show. Like I've been like reading and hearing so much about this
yeah,
show.
people
I
hype
really-
it up. People are like really like, oh, this is good. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy, it's insane, but it's good.
It's hysterical too at times.
Yeah.
Like, and I got to get back into it.
All right,
Maybe we'll make that a little
right.
project.
let's move on. TV shows. What are we watching?
Well, we got
got-
another TV show to review.
Well, this just falls into what are we watching, considering only 50% of us watched it.
I don't care. I want to talk about.
All right, go ahead.
So, Resident Evil on Netflix, not the movie that just came out like half a year ago.
Also on Netflix, right?
No,
No,
not yet.
Oh no.
Not yet.
Okay.
no. But this is just a TV show that's based on, I guess, the games.
It is. It is.
I know. Actually, Resident Evil 4. So I'm 4 episodes in. How far are you, Chris?
7. I got one left.
You got one left. All right. So 4 episodes in. The episode that I left off on was the religious cult, which is 100% Resident Evil 4.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It pulls a lot from the
Yeah,
games.
like the chainsaw guy with the sack mask and like the religious cult and the the leader and whatnot, like all that stuff. I like watching and I was like, is this Resident Evil 4 the game? Anyways, it's got that weird art style, which hate me if you have to, but like the Christopher Nolan telling a comic book stories type of storytelling where it's like, this is now time, but this is past time. And now we're back in now time, but now we're back in past time.
Yeah.
Like Batman Begins was like that. Man of Steel was like that. This is very much like that.
Yeah, we all know the outcome of the season. Like we all knew the outcome of what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's just. I mean, let's get there.
Right. Oh yeah.
Let's
like,
go.
I would say like the first few episodes of the what happened, like what leading up to the outbreak, like that stuff was like, whatever. Like I want to deal with what's going on now. And I feel like the past stuff where like the sister's infected and like, first of all, the fact that she was able to get bit by the dog to begin with was just so dumb. Like, how do you break into a facility like that and there is zero security?
Yeah, right. And it takes them forever to show up when the red lights have been going on for 20 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like
so
gaps.
dumb.
There's just like editing gaps.
Yeah. Which, I mean, like, I'm used to these video game movies or TV shows by now. Just be like, it's like you're not trying to be an Oscar-worthy film or like Emmy-worthy like TV show. Like, you're just trying to pump something out and like hope it sticks. And like honestly, 4 episodes in, yeah, it's got my attention. Like I'm willing to finish this one out. I'm enjoying it. I'm watching it same speed as my wife, which is like an episode and then she passes out. And that's fine for me. Like I'll do an episode a night. It's, an hour, but like some parts are like very interesting. Like the guy who worked for Umbrella, who's hunting down the
big
main
guy.
character.
Yeah.
Like how he goes just like ape shit in the religious cult, just killing the zombies like left and right, like showing him kill the zombie. I was like, I can get behind this guy, and he's dead.
Yeah. Yep. It was fun for an episode,
Yeah.
and then that was about it.
And it was funny too because it was like he has the American accent, but he lets the Scottish accent out every once in a while.
Yeah, the
Like,
Scottish accent really comes out in some of these characters here.
yeah.
It's a little tough.
It was so noticeable in the 4th episode when they're like in the jail cell and he's talking to her.
Yeah.
And just the Scottish accent slips out so much.
Yep.
It's
But-
like really bad.
I mean, whatever. That's not the worst part of this show
No.
by any stretch of the imagination.
There were cool things too, like the giant caterpillar, the giant spider, like adding those kind of things from the games where it's not just
Yep.
zombies, the T
It's a different take.
viruses.
You don't see that in the movies, so
No,
it's
not at all.
a different take on
You
a
get
live action.
The liquors are really creepy in this, where like you don't really, at least in episode 3, I think it is, in the tunnel where they're like, don't speak. They
hear
hunt
sound,
by
yeah.
hearing. Whereas in the movie, it's like first time or second movie, first time you see the liquor, Mila Jovovich drives the motorcycle through the church, and then kills them, and it's just like, and we're done. No, I feel like what this movie's getting right, I'm 100% behind. The problem is it's not a good show. The acting is bad, the storytelling is bad, but it's got my interest. Where
The overacting gets really more prominent in the next 2 episodes.
I believe
for
it.
you.
I believe it.
It's really crazy.
Like it's fine.
There is one episode that we just watched. I think it was 7. It might have been 6, but there's a. Should I spoil it? There's clones.
Okay.
That it gives a particular actor some leeway with how he does certain things. So
Okay.
it was interesting and not great, but
Yeah. Like the fact that this is like the show is fine. It's not good.
It's not good. It's not a good
fine.
show. by
It's
any- by
fine
any
for
means.
what it needs to be, but it's fine enough where it's hooked me and it's telling somewhat of an interesting story where like I want to finish this out. Whereas like Terminalist was like, I really don't care.
Yeah.
At least this show is kind of like, tugging at some strings every once in a while. Like it's kind of like you're putting together a mystery, even though you've already solved it.
Yeah,
But
plus,
you're trying to figure out how they're going to.
plus it's a different thing too, where the whole Resident Evil slate of movies is the end of the world has happened, whereas this is the end of the second movie happens, and I guess Alice and team are wiped out as well. So it gives you that. So it kind of keeps some of the canon, for lack of a better term, and then moves on to a different kind of each part of the world has their own group and yada yada yada.
I know this this show has gotten the reviews that I've seen of this show are like, this isn't Resident Evil, and I'm just like watching this. I'm like, I don't care that it's not Resident Evil. Yeah, like I'm sure some of the characters are from the games, but like, you know, it's the end of the world, like apocalypse. There's tons of zombies, which they even bring it up like not everyone's a zombie. Like it's something like 4 billion people or something like 4 or 5 billion people are zombies, but the rest are still alive.
Yeah.
So it's like
not Resident Evil, please.
Yeah, like
You haven't gotten a good Resident Evil movie in a long ass time.
Yeah, that's
just
true.
accept
2000
we're going to make whatever we
I
make.
will say the last good Resident Evil movie was 2004.
Is that the second one?
Yes.
Apocalypse, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot too.
That one was fun, good action, some good horror.
Not bad acting, like good pacing.
Yeah.
Very good pacing.
Yeah. Good
All right,
soundtrack.
all right. Resident
Anyways,
Evil. I'm going to finish it. I got one
I'm
left.
100% going to finish this.
Yeah, nice and easy. It's
Yeah.
an easy watch.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. What else we got?
Now we get to talk about what else are we watching?
What else are we watching? Tour de France. Sorry.
Jump
No,
the gun.
Yeah, go. What
Moving
else?
on.
Or are we just doing like shotgun style?
Shotgun style. Just throw them out.
Okay, I got you one.
All right.
I don't know if it's gonna be for exactly everybody at this table.
Oh boy.
Probably more of a Sam and Sean show versus a Chris show.
Okay.
It's called The Rehearsal on HBO.
Mm-hmm.
From Nathan Fielder, previously did Nathan for You, a show that you guys have never checked out. but
What show?
Nathan for You on Comedy Central. It was on like
You.
6-7 years ago.
Yeah, I've never heard of
4
it.
seasons. Oh, it's fantastic.
Okay.
Okay, so this is essentially like the premise of the show is that Nathan like helps people out with like conundrums. Like the first one where it was somebody telling a friend that they had lied to them previously.
Mm-hmm.
But what he does is this just like incredibly intricate like rehearsrsal process. So like he makes like a replica of the bar they're going to meet up at and talk about and rehearse it with like a stand-in actor who like they sort of like set up the friend or whatever to like talk to this person for some other premise so they can like understand their mannerisms and stuff, and just it's really good. It's definitely like a little dry sometimes, but it's very like clever, absurd, and like weirdly kind of heartfelt and profound at times. It's like an incredible mix of things, and the premiere was really good. I don't know. This is essentially like the most like absurd or like, you know, the original show taken to an absolute extreme. But the first episode was really good. And it's gotten some good playback like online. I'd say check it out. I don't know if it's definitely going to be for you or not, but I'd be so curious to see what you guys think of it.
Okay.
It's like a fun watch too.
Okay.
That's one of mine. Do we want to just keep jumping around?
Keep jumping around. Sam, you got anything?
I mean, the only thing that was new to me that I watched was a movie, and the two of you have often talked about it, Clear and Present Danger.
Ooh, you haven't watched
You
that?
haven't seen
I've
that one?
never seen Clear and Present Danger.
That is possibly one of the best Jack Ryan movies.
All right.
What'd you think of it?
It was kind of boring.
Ooh.
Really? Ooh, yeah.
Like it was just
answer.
it was just like a really like it's not like as ridiculous as like a Bond Ian Fleming spy story. So it's not fun, but it's not clever at all.
Are you
like it's still kind of dumb.
How are you with the other Jack Ryan movies? Have you seen those?
The only other one was Hunt for the Red October, and I enjoyed that.
Oh my god! And he's okay. Okay.
Did you like the ambush scene?
Which one? What
Clear
was that?
Present Danger in the
Yeah.
With the-
favelas.
When the SUVs?
Oh, that scene. It was all right.
Can't
Like
can't win them all.
We can't.
Can't win them all.
I'm planning on watching Patriot Games
I
next.
feel like you
Alright.
might like the books better, just because it's a little bit more of a political drama, drawn out.
I mean,
At least Patriot Games has Sean Bean and Richard Harris and Samuel L. Jackson shows up too.
That's right. That's right. I
Yeah,
forgot
he's
about
in
that.
that. We always forget he's in that.
Wow, that's an early role too.
Yeah.
What year was Patriot Games?
93 maybe?
Yeah,
Wow,
early
yeah.
90s.
I think 95.
was right after Pulp Fiction or before.
It's like maybe around the same
Around
time.
the same time, yeah.
All right.
All right. I guess my turn. I'm like pulling it at like. I guess I'll go with my obvious one right now. Love, Death, and Robots. Season 3 just recently came out, not that long ago. I can't stress enough, especially at this podcast. Like, guys, watch this show. It's an anthology. Each episode is like
What's it called?
Love, Death, and Robots on Netflix.
Is this Lord and Miller?
It is not.
What am I thinking of?
Oh, God, it's Soderbergh.
Oh, okay.
I think he's
Really?
yeah. I think that's who it is. He produces it, but he actually has directed one of the episodes. So it's a bunch of shorts, all sci-fi related, obviously, ranging from just like simple things. Like there's an episode where it's an old woman who's being attacked by basically her Roomba. And it's just like kind of stupid, but it's, over in 10 minutes. Each
Okay.
episode is only like 10, 15
They're
minutes.
quick. Okay.
Yeah. And they range from like simple like that. I watched one in season 3 where it's got like, who's the guy from Community? Which
one?
the main actor.
Joel
McHale.
McHale.
Yeah, McHale. Like he voices a character and it's like a straight comedy, but it's like over the top action. Like it almost feels like an 80s cartoon, but lots of gore and swearing. And like, it's great. Seth Green is in that episode too. And it's just, the range on this show is amazing where, how science fiction it becomes. It's amazing. Some terrifying episodes too, but some like very like, uplifting, like, oh, that's cool and really fun. And it's weird at times, but some graphic nudity at times. My God. But it's a cartoon, but like some of the animation, it's just like, yeah, this is a cartoon or, yeah, it's CGI. But some of the animation are like, my God, that's a person. Like
Really?
the animation is amazing in some of these, but it's all different art styles and whatnot.
And they're quick. I like that it's quick
Yeah.
because especially in an anthology, because like sometimes you're just not feeling it. You know.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever watch Black Mirror?
I did. First season.
Yeah, the first season. I don't know if that's as. I feel like I haven't necessarily like sat down and like gone through it. I've like seen a bunch of episodes, not
Yeah.
necessarily any in particular.
Yeah. That's one of the shows I feel like I have to get back into.
Is that the show where the first episode they have to watch videos to earn credits or something like that?
That's not the first.
That's not, but that's
the first
that one.
episode is the Prime Minister of the UK needs to screw a pig live on television
that's right. Yep.
for ransom,
Yep.
but it turns out it's all a ploy and it's like an artsy, like an art thing, and he ends up screwing the pig.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Stopped after that.
But that's okay. But that's another episode though.
No, I know. I
You
watched
talked
two.
about.
I always give it two.
Gotcha.
All right.
Fair enough.
There's some good ones, like the one with the dead husband. That was a good one.
Can't get me in two. You're not gonna get me at all.
The Christmas special's really good. The one with John Hamm.
Okay.
That's if you want to like just watch one. That's
Yeah.
a really good one.
all right.
I think there's another season of that coming out. Actually,
I believe
I think
so.
they just announced like the cast and
Okay.
stuff. Chris, anything else?
Yeah, I discovered. I didn't discover per your recommendation.
Oh,
I have caught up full and hard with the old man.
yeah.
I'm all the way in. I'm all the
Yeah,
way in
that's,
for this.
that's a show I feel like I'd be interested in.
John Lithgow,
Purely because of John Lithgow.
Jeff Bridges.
He's good. He's really good.
I
at
mean,
it.
John Lithgow. Yeah, John Lithgow is very, very good, and I usually kind of like just lukewarm on him, but I don't know why, but I'm loving.
He's amazing.
I'm loving it.
You know,
at this point.
I've watched this and like I really want. I've like seen a little bit of Cliffhanger, but like I kind of want to go back and watch Cliffhanger where he's the bad guy in it.
Yeah. That
I've never watched that one all the way through. Yeah, so what do you think? So this is essentially Jeff Bridges plays like a former spy. Also some is this happening? Is this not happening going on?
Yeah, that's true.
And he's essentially like on the run, and John Lithgow, who was his former handler when he was in the CIA, who now works for the FBI for some reason, is essentially the guy tasked with finding him for reasons that are revealed as it goes along.
Yeah, past comes back to haunt you type story here.
Looking at this, it just looked fun.
I wouldn't quite say fun. It's interesting.
It's very good drama. It's very good drama, and it's almost the opposite of who's the Taking guy? I can't think of his
Liam
Neeson. Yeah, it's almost the opposite of that. It's quite literally the opposite of that, where it just kind of Liam Neeson, like he always has everything put together, and it's fast-paced.
I should say this. What I meant was like not stupid fun, but like just like smart fun sort of deal.
Not
where it's like not. It's not.
That far.
But it's slow. It's like a slower burn too. Not as like grind to the halt like John le Carre, which I mean I love, but like is definitely not for everybody. But it's
old man pace.
Yeah, exactly. He's very much an old man.
When he fights some of the guys, it's like an 8-minute fight. It's an 8-minute fight. It's one guy. It's not like the Neeson who just like twist your arm, pull your gun, and shoot you twice. And it's just.
I will say this: the first couple episodes were like really, really good. It's not like it's bad, but it's just like not necessarily at the same level. But like I've still been enjoying it. I think I'm a little behind. I haven't seen last week's episode all the way through yet.
So the last episode they turn it up a notch with the whole. They go back to kind of the not necessarily action, but the I guess the action kind of thriller stuff.
Yeah,
and then they have. I don't want to say I should spoil it for you, but like he's already going to meet him. So
yeah. Oh, so they
meet. They have the meet. They have the meet. But the only problem I have with this show is that they make these scenarios where you're like, wait, why did we just do that? And you kind of go through in your head like, did they explain how we got there? Because there's just this gap. So for example, when they meet, they actually discuss something. And you're like, how did we get here? Because did I miss something that's really important? Because I don't know why they're doing this.
Well, this is one, too, where we're kind of jumping between two timelines, where he was in Afghanistan in the 80s when the Russians invaded.
Yeah. The Afghanistan...
That's not as... I'm not as big of a fan.
That's also not as fleshed out as... Because he's supposed to be like this deadly guy, and they only showed him do one mission. And I mean, really? That's what it is?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I think it's more like what an actual spy is. It's not like he's supposed to be James Bond or something like that.
No, I get it, but they made him sound like this. The Russians made it sound like this devil that comes to take you in the middle of the night, and yeah, that's what happened. But one time,
right?
So I don't know. There's some gaps in there.
Can I ask you without giving it away? The twist that happened in like the third episode or whatever, or twist or a reveal, so to speak. Did you see that coming of who certain people were?
The daughter?
Sure. Yes.
Did I see it coming? No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. I was like IMDb spoiled it for me because like.
Oh, did it really?
Well, it was just like I was looking through and I was like, oh, well, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I didn't. I was shocked by it, but in truth, I don't know if she's his daughter.
There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something extra. There's something extra.
There's the cool thing is though is like it's not really like a mystery box show, but I know there's like there's a secret in there that's gonna be really like oh shit.
Every episode.
I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be something.
Yeah, every episode they peel back a couple layers of the onion. It's not one at a time. They pull a couple back. And it's also the foreshadowing of this is like just nuts with how he's going to end up killing this girl, the lady.
Oh,
just foreshadowing.
The one who comes,
yeah. Every single scene, it's like at the traffic stop when he just like takes the cop's gun and blows her brains out. It's just... I mean, it's spoiling the hell out of the show, but it's
it's real. It's good. I think Sam probably would like it more.
If
I like how I'm now just like handicapping like who's gonna like it.
if it's FX drama, it's FX drama.
Yeah.
It's right up that alley. I think it's better than definitely the last season of Fargo with that stuff. But
Sure. I'm kind of. I don't know if we talked about the next season. John Hamm's gonna be. I mean, I'm a huge Mad Men guy, so I'm always team Ham.
Ham's a good guy.
I kind of like it. It's moving along, good pace. I was able to.
The
stick with it
one
for a
thing
while.
that kind of weirdly took me out is they announced very early on there was going to be a second season, and I just assumed it was a
really?
7 episode.
Like a one and done.
Well, right now they just did 6 or 7
There's like 7 episodes this season,
So
so I
far.
think this is like the
tomorrow.
finale or the penultimate. Maybe?
Tomorrow there's one that
That's
goes up
7,
tomorrow.
or is that
I don't know.
Anyway?
Moving right along.
Yeah.
Just very quickly to adjust what I said. So it's not Soderbergh. It's David Fincher is the
okay.
guy, the
Gotcha.
producer of Love, Death, and
Honestly,
Robots.
I do that all the time.
Yeah.
I fuck those two up all the time.
Anyways. Anybody have any other... John, do you have another show?
I have another show on Hulu.
All right, go ahead.
Maybe my favorite show of the year.
Ooh.
It's called The Bear.
Oh, yes.
Which I don't know if I'd mentioned on the pod before.
No,
You mentioned text.
Yes.
I mentioned okay.
You've mentioned to us.
It's really really good. So it's like essentially like a half-hour comedy-ish sort of thing. I mean, like, you know, it's a good story. Essentially it's this there's a reveal at some point that Chris would really like. I don't want to give anything more away than that. I don't know if this would necessarily be... No, I wouldn't say you wouldn't not like the show. Anyway, so it's about this guy, this like renowned chef who comes back to take over his brother's sandwich joint in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just one of those shows where it's like you don't like spend a shitload of time with all the characters really, but like everything is like so flushed out and alive and it's just this chaotic like insanity at times, and it's
Is this with Jon Favreau?
no
Okay.
that's a different movie
Yeah.
called Chef.
Yes.
But they
Okay.
also say chef a lot in this, so that could be leading to some of it. It's good. I would just say watch the pilot, 22 minutes or whatever. If you're not into it, then go with God. But I have... So this is 8 episodes.
Yeah.
And they're like, 30-ish minutes on average.
Yeah.
I think I've rewatched this like 3+ times.
Wow.
Really?
I mean, it's almost like a movie at that point. It's like
Yeah.
4 hours, so
Yeah,
it's
that's
like a
not
really
bad.
long movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. I
Okay.
like it. And there's a character named Richie that doesn't explicitly remind us of our friend named Richie, but he has the same energy.
Okay. I will get him on this pod one day.
We should, yeah.
He keeps saying, like, let me know when.
We need to do more guests.
Yeah.
Like I forget
Well,
like how fun the guests are.
Now that the pandemic
Yes.
is waning and monkeypox is on the rise.
I think as long as we don't do that segment again, we should be okay with monkeypox. Just gonna leave that one out there.
Yeah. Hey, Sam, I got one that you need to start rewatching. Only Murders in the Building.
I've not started watching the second
yes,
season.
Season 2 has recently come out. It's on Hulu.
Yes.
What
There's
do
a
you
lot of I think I think I mentioned this right before we started recording. Hulu has a lot of good stuff.
believe you said that on pod maybe
Okay.
about 20 minutes ago.
Okay.
It bears
I stand
repeating.
by, because it's,
Yeah.
I've slept on it for a very
'Cause
long time.
You know what? Chris, you got rid of Hulu.
I got it back, yeah.
Yeah. I remember when you got rid of Hulu, I was like, ugh, that might not be the best idea because they do have, TV and then, the next day it's on there. So Hulu is basically getting rid of your DVR
Yeah.
for the most part because you're getting it without ads. You don't have to skip through ads or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
So it's kind of nice. But they are putting out a pretty good variety of TV shows, one of which is Steve Martin and Martin Short and Selena Gomez's Only Murders in the Building. First season came out last year.
Last October. Like it hasn't even been a year.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Everything is like 14 months now.
Yeah.
like, between seasons.
They banged this thing out.
Yeah.
Granted,
Well, I mean-
like it's one's like it's like what, like 5 sets or something. Like it's
Yeah,
all
oh,
takes
yeah.
place in this building or like
Yeah.
outside the building.
So this season, it's picking up where the last season left off.
The twist at the end.
The twist at the end. Not going to say it. You need to watch it. However, this show is doing something that is making me angry, and so Amy Schumer is playing Amy Schumer in this season. God damn the writing for making me kind of like her. Like she's playing like an insane version of herself, or maybe it's a normal version of herself. I don't know. I don't personally know her, but just watching this, I'm like, damn you, Amy Schumer, making me like you. But yeah, it's great. The cast is amazing. Lots of twists and turns, and only in the first few episodes. It's a great whodunit type mystery show. Definitely, if you like that kind of show with some good comedy, if you like Steve Martin, like Martin Short, where their style of comedy, definitely worth a watch. Even if you really don't like their style of comedy, it's not over the top. It's not like in your face. It more or less it's a whodunit show, and the comedy takes a backseat to that. So every episode, and each episode's quick. It's only about
it's
a half
hour
hour
long. Yeah.
So you can easily binge watch this to figure out the whole whodunit kind of thing, and yeah, it's a great show.
At least I have not watched the second season, but the first season, my feelings on that is like, it's not as clever, possibly not as funny, but like kind of on the same level as funny as Knives Out.
Okay.
Like it's not too far behind that.
Yeah.
So it's like if you like Knives Out, you're gonna enjoy this.
And to kind of bring it back to us, it's about the show. If you have no idea, it's about a group of 3 people, basically strangers, who get together to solve a murder that happens in their building in real time via podcast.
Yeah, they're all big fans of true crime podcasts.
That's the first season too, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought they were doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's been on my list for a little bit. I gotta
Highly
just,
recommend it. Highly recommend
This is
it.
Hulu.
Bite the bullet.
This is Hulu.
Yeah.
This is Hulu.
You know-
Sponsored by.
You know what? You know what else is on Hulu? That's better.
What?
The Orville New Horizons.
I did
my
see that Orville is on.
I
Hulu
can't
now.
I can't believe that it's still good. I can't believe it. I honestly can't.
That it's good. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I like the first 2 three,
Three, I
I
think.
don't know. I like the first ones. Like I thought it was pretty funny, and they had trouble at the beginning finding their footing, but then they finally got it.
Okay.
You know, they just carried it over, and all of a sudden they get like this influx of money, and it's just
Yeah.
it actually looks better.
Okay.
Well,
You know?
McFarlane knows how to revive a show. That's for sure.
That is
And
very true.
yeah, he knows how to keep a show going on for decades too. So.
Although he did come out and been like, yeah, we should have ended Family Guy after like season 7.
Oh yeah.
well, I mean, seven seasons for any TV show
Oh, yeah.
nowadays
There's
is
no
still
stopping,
pretty good.
It's entered the Simpsons zombie zone.
Yes.
Yeah, just all this just makes you appreciate like the Stranger Things. You could have 7 seasons, but still, it's like a process because it's 12
yeah.
years long. But
Yeah.
you just got to go up to like the director and producer of Bones and stuff and just be like, you did 24 episodes in 12 seasons or whatever. You know, you're great.
I was
You're
more
great.
than 27. That was a lot of episodes. There was like 100 something episodes.
Whatever. They're 200. I think they hit over 200.
Yeah.
It was
They had that
just,
like
you
200.
just gotta like
episodes.
shake hands of
Yeah,
just like
no,
some of those
props to them.
people. 24.
Yeah. Although,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was one thing watching the Terminal List. It was like, I should just watch 24 again. It's not exactly the same, but
It's different. I think it's different, but very different.
okay.
It has to be. Yeah, it's very different.
Fair enough.
anybody else have any other shows or anything?
Well,
No.
Tour de France has taken up a lot of time.
I got an old show that I want to throw this out because I know 2 of you. I just recently sort of introduced you guys to What We Do in the Shadows, which we will talk later. And the actor Matthew Barry.
Oh yeah, have you? Okay,
So there's a couple shows that I've never. It's on my list. Toast of London.
Yes, I've seen
I do
things
wanna
for
watch
like
that.
I've never. I just like come across it, and then
Mm-hmm.
I just see like a little clip. And I'm like, why have I not heard more about the show?
I
This kind of
actually
sounds good.
I actually thought it was Jermaine Clement. I didn't think that was a different guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, after watching a few episodes of What We Do in the Shadows, there's another show that I watched with him in it that really got me into Matthew Berry as a comedic actor, and that is the IT Crowd.
Okay.
It's an older British show. I highly recommend this show. It's not just like British comedy, it's just like good nerdy comedy. And Matthew Berry shows up most of the way through, I think, season 1, and he is just hysterical. And it's about like an IT, like two guys and their boss working in an IT of a big company, and just, funny things happen. But season 2, episode 1, I've seen multiple people say this, and like, I agree 100%, is one of the funniest episodes of television I have ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, pinnacle of comedic television. Like, I don't think anything has come close. I was like crying because I was laughing for a 25-minute episode because it was just so funny. So highly recommend this now that you guys have been introduced to Matthew Berry and his
Gotcha.
weird type of humor. He's like that, like he plays Laszlo in What We Do in the Shadows, but
I get the
acting-
vibe that's his
it's
character.
Yeah.
he
pretty
plays
much
and
that's
everything.
his character.
I
and
love
everything.
that character.
Me
so
too.
I'm not exactly mad at
So
that.
I
but-
watched the IT Crowd first and was like, this is hysterical. And then I saw he was in that and I was like, I'll check it out. And I was like, it's more of the same.
Gotcha.
Thank you. Yeah.
This is like one of those things where I feel like you need a playlist feature where like, am I gonna watch all the IT Crowd? Maybe someday. If
Yeah.
you just like gave me a list of like, here's the best or most essential 10
Yeah.
episodes,
I
would just burn that.
100%
easily.
watch the first episode of season 2.
Okay.
100%. Like you
I'll watch
don't-
the first episode of every season. That's what I'll do.
just season 2.
okay.
That's all you need to.
Have you guys checked out? There's another one. It's like Wellington Paranormal. That's like
It's on
supposed
HBO.
to be. Yeah.
I haven't looked. I've seen it.
That's-
I've seen it, but I
I
haven't
forget
watched it.
who. I think it's Taika and maybe Jermaine Clement too on
think
that
so.
one. Yeah. All right.
Are we willing to?
Well, I mean, maybe as a little dovetail of our What We Do in the Shadows combo to coming up soon, which currently is new season out. So
Yes. I'm the only one who's. Have you watched them?
I've not.
All right. So I'm the only one.
highly recommend. What We Do in the Shadows is really good.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it
yeah.
more in next week because John has to finish.
I feel like we're an FX heavy.
We
FX and
we
Hulu
are
today.
like
Hulu
Hulu whores tonight, guys. Like,
Yeah,
my
we are.
God.
I'm sorry.
It's good. It's got good stuff.
It
like,
does.
I'm sorry.
It does.
I mean, it's really just like it has FX and like some other good stuff too.
Right.
You want another good one? The if you got Hulu again, watch The Dropout, the Theranos one.
Yep.
that's pretty good.
It's
Oh,
it's
yeah,
on
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
It's on
Anyway.
there. Emmy nominated too.
She got I think she did, or maybe the thing just did. But
Them and the Tommy Lee show got nominated for
I
Emmys.
haven't watched that one.
I
not really planning
don't
on
really
it.
have any interest in that.
No.
Anyway,
Final thoughts?
No.
none.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Get your Hulu subscription, I guess, before it goes away and is consumed by Disney Plus.
Right, and then you got the movie Prey coming out, which I
Yeah.
mean,
On Hulu.
trailers are looking better. Like we're getting more,
Yes.
and it's actually looking better.
I'm excited for it. I am excited for it. Anyway,
I'm still a little shocked this isn't being released in theaters.
Right,
Same.
right. Just get the money. Just get the
The
money.
Gray Man is being released in theaters before.
Yeah, we'll be talking about The Gray Man and Nope next week.
Nope.
Nope.
Hopefully, most of us can get to it. If not all.
At least 2 of us will.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, so that does it for us for this week. And if you like all of our episodes, you can find them on Podbean, iTunes, Stitcher, all the streaming services for free. Send us a message Facebook.com/Knights of Nerdatude. We are going to look for guests. I think John wants guests in.
Yeah,
so
no, I'm willing to start.
we're in the
filling
area.
this seat.
We can
I
start-
am rubbing the guest seat.
we
Keeping it
can
nice and
start
warm.
looking around here. So that does for us for this week. Until next time. Bat.
Adios.